And so you're like, okay, I'm looking to build my following. How can I get followers? These social media platforms exist to actually help you build a following. All of my followers are genuine, legit followers. Courtney, give me the secret. What's up? How do I get followers? You're gonna love this video because we're gonna get into it right now. Hey, CourtneyLSanders here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to me, I'm a full-time online life and business coach as well as wife and mom. I wear all the hats and do all the things. And if you can believe it, I have been online since like 2009. Technically since 2007. 2007 was my first ever blog, but the blog that eventually became the business that I have today actually started in 2009. And yeah, many of the people who watch this here YouTube channel, who follow me on Instagram, who are in my programs, they have told me, Courtney, I have been following you since college, which is just crazy to me. I had someone tell me that recently. They're like, I remember when you were thinking Grow Chick. I remember when you were in the bathroom doing hair care tutorials. In fact, the original videos that I had on this channel were actually hair care videos, and I leave them up because I just like seeing where I came from, and I like having them as proof to people. Like, guys, I literally started this way. And part of the reason why I did hair care videos was because my first business was actually trying to start and to create a hair care company. But anyway, the reason I tell you that is because I have been building my following a long time, and I started from scratch. Like, the following I have today, I've never bought followers in life on any platform. I have never bought followers. All of my followers are genuine, legit followers who vibe with my content and like what I have going on, and they're real people. And so I know some of you might be where I was back in 2009 or even back in 2014 when I got into coaching. And so you're like, okay, I'm looking to build my following. How can I get followers? And so I say get in air quotes. You're gonna see what I mean in just a minute. But if you're like, Courtney, give me the secret. What's up? How do I get followers? You're gonna love this video because we're gonna get into it right now. All right, so if you wanna know the real secret to getting followers, and this is something that I've understood from the very beginning, you have to understand that followers are a lot like money, in the sense that it's all around you. So I actually talked about this in another video. It's either here or here. You can check it out wherever it comes up on the screen. But I talk about the #1 mindset that all wealthy people know. And I kind of allude to this concept that wealthy people know that money is everywhere. The issue is not, can I find money? But the issue is, can I keep money? Can I capture money, right? Oftentimes there are institutions that want to give you money. The issue is not that there's no money. The issue is maybe that your business idea isn't good enough, or that you haven't figured out a way or a mechanism to create a business that's gonna allow people to give you ultimately the money that you need. And so followers is the same way. Understand that there are a gazillion people on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube. They're all here. And I know it feels adversarial with the algorithm, especially Instagram's algorithm right now. Everybody's fighting on Instagram. But understand that these social media platforms exist to actually help you build a following. Why? Because it's advantageous for them. They actually want you to have a following. They want you to create content because they know that if you create consistent content and you're good at what you do, and people keep coming back to you, well, guess what? They'll keep coming back to the platform because they'll keep coming back to the platform that you're on. And so, again, contrary to popular belief, these platforms actually want to work in partnership with you. So while you think that your issue is that you're not getting followers, I would say your issue is actually that you're not keeping followers. In fact, perhaps your brand, your content is like a bucket with holes. And so you're going out to the ocean and you're scooping up water in that bucket, and you're saying, there's not enough water in the world. And we're like, girl, you're in the ocean. There's more than enough water. The issue is that your bucket has holes. And so your bucket might have holes and content. Let's talk about what some of those holes could be. Okay, the biggest thing to keep in mind when it comes with your content is that more than ever, it has to be unique, and it has to be authentic. And in fact, this is something that I believe we are transitioning to more of as I'm recording this in 2023 and beyond. In fact, because I can say this because I've been online for a very long time. Again, I've been online technically since 2007, growing my blog since 2009. I feel like what is happening right now in 2023 reminds me of what it was like back in 2009, 2010, 2011, and 2012. And that part of how I grew my following was through genuine connection and creating genuinely unique content. And I think because people see online business as a gold rush, and there's all this fervor of like, oh, I want to quit my job and I want, to build wealth and I want to do all these things, which is great, and things that I ultimately preach. They approach content from the perspective of, oh, well, what kind of content can I create that will allow me to get those things? Now you see why I said getting followers in air quotes. And so it's not enough for you to create content to get followers. You actually have to create content that is trying to get something to them. And so I think that was the big difference when I first got online and why I was able to grow a following, even though I had no certification, I was like fresh out of college, I had no idea what I was doing. There was something unique that I was ultimately getting to my target audience, and they really appreciated that. So when you think about what it is that you talk about, what you're coaching on, ask yourself, what is unique about that? I mean, just be honest with yourself. What is unique about you? And what is unique about the content that you are creating? And if you cannot answer those questions, understand that your issue is not that you can't get followers, but that the followers who are coming by you are not sticking because you are not making it clear what your uniqueness is. And that has been really my MO since the very beginning, and truly my secret sauce. I remember when I was first getting started, my brand was very youth oriented. I emphasized a lot the fact that I was a millennial, and I had this kind of like, hey girl, hey thing that I probably still have going on, because I was like, that makes me unique. At the time when I was online in 2009 talking about personal development, there weren't a lot of young women talking about personal development. If you wanted that content, you basically had to go to Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn, maybe Lisa Nichols or Ayanna Van Sant, but certainly it was people who were much older than me. And so I was offering a fresh perspective of personal development content for someone in my age bracket and in my generation. And so other women who resonated with that really started to flock to me. And so I think sometimes we get into this negative mindset of like, oh, all the opportunities are all gone and it's too late for me, and nothing can be further from the truth. Ask yourself, one, what is unique about you? But two, what is unique about you for this time? What is unique about your circumstances? What is ultimately relevant that other people will want to connect to based on where we are in the world, what's going on in the world, technology, et cetera, et cetera. How can you be unique? But in addition to being unique, you also really want to be authentic. And so authenticity has always been my secret weapon, even as I do things now. And I remind people about this because I understand my production value is a lot higher now. Again, I've been in the game for a very long time. I'm working, with a group of 10 people who generated over 7 figures. Like, there is a level that I am operating now. But even as I stand before you right now in this video is still authentic to me, right? The way I show up, the way I dress, the lighting, all the things that we do. This is what I personally like, right? This is a reflection of who I personally am. I'm actually this way. Like, if you come to my house, it's actually decorated like this. In fact, we're in my condo. This is not an Airbnb. Well, it is in the sense that it's my Airbnb. I own it. But this is not like, some other stage setup. This is like my actual furniture and my actual investment property. And if you come to my home, you'll see that it's actually decorated that way. If you look at my clothes, like, this is from my actual closet. All of this is very authentic. The viewpoint that I share my content from, the frameworks that I share, the perspective, all of that is authentically rooted through my actual experience with clients. And so again, I cannot emphasize enough that if you show up online and you're focused on what you can get from people, you are not going to get followers. But if you focus on what you can get to your followers, what are you so passionate about that you're like, I need people to understand this? People will pick that up and they will resonate with you. So no, you don't have a follower issue, just like there's not a water issue in terms of the ocean. It might just be that your bucket actually have holes. So if you're looking for my secret to getting followers, this is it, and this has been it my entire career. And so I've enjoyed growth. Slow and steady wins the race. I haven't really had large pops, in my audience. My audience has grown consistently over time because I continue to show up consistently in my uniqueness and in my authenticity. And I know that can be frustrating for people because they just want to hack, and it sounds kind of like woo woo and pie in the sky and all of that. But I'm telling you, if you can get clear on that and figure out what that is, pull that uniqueness out and truly build a brand, framework, coaching programs around it, you would be shocked not only how many followers you can get, but how much income you can generate by creating these coaching programs. All right, so if this is something that you want help with, if any of what I said really resonated with you and you're like, you know what, I'm ready to stand in my uniqueness, I invite you to my signature coaching program called the Next Big Name Bootcamp, which truly teaches you how to do exactly that. Hopefully you understand that that's a part of my core philosophy. I think the greatest way to stand out, the greatest way to quote unquote compete in a crowded industry is truly by being yourself, but digging deep and identifying what about you is actually unique and branding that, creating content around that, creating programs around that truly make you one of a kind. So if you want to know my process for how I do that and how I've done that over the years and how I've helped other clients do the same to the tune of generating multi-six figures in their own businesses, you can learn all about that by clicking the link below. And if you find that it is interesting to you and it's something that you want to apply for, you can click the application and fill that out, and we'll review your application. If we think that you would be a good fit, we'll invite you to a call with my enrollment team. All right, thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you can't wait for my next video, make sure you're following me on my podcast. It's the Courtney Sanders Show on both iTunes and Spotify. If you can't wait for my next podcast episode or my next YouTube video, make sure you're following me on Instagram. It's CourtneyLSanders on Instagram. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.